Hey everybody, my name is Parker. Welcome to Games for Youth Ministry by YM360, where we make games so good, they're really good. Today we're looking at a game called Freeze Frame, which is a really fun challenge you can do with your students and then post on Instagram or Facebook and challenge other ministries. So it's really fun. Let me explain it really quickly. You have this camera in front of you, and as you can see, I'm on the camera. All I'm using is the webcam that's built into my laptop. You can use any webcam as long as you can plug in, you can see it on the screen, it's going to show up on this game. And what you do is you have everyone get together and you get in the picture, so you kind of squeeze everyone in, or you put the laptop back so you got a lot more space, and you tell everyone to stay as still as possible, because the second that this camera detects motion, it's going to snap a picture. So it's a lot of fun because everyone has to stay exactly where they are and they cannot move. The second someone moves their hand, game is over. Now what it does is it prints out, and you'll see that in a second, it prints out a Polaroid and it has your stats on it. So it'll tell you how long you guys were able to stay still, it'll say your ministry name at the top, and then it'll also tell you what your sensitivity level was. And I'll tell you about that stuff in a second. But first, let's actually play it. All you gotta do is hit the spacebar. Now if you move, okay, there it is. Now if you move it all, it's going to snap the picture. So it's all my face move, and it snapped the picture. And what it does is actually takes the picture slightly after you move, because you want to get that reaction of everyone going, oh man, what happened? That was horrible, who did it? So right here you can see 3.468 seconds at a sensitivity of 90%, which is pretty difficult when you are just one person in front of the camera. If you're in a larger crowd, you might want to set the sensitivity down lower to maybe 60 or 70%, but we'll talk about that in a second. What you can do is you can actually save the picture. So if you like your score and you're like, oh, this is the one we want to use, just press S on the keyboard or in the dashboard, you just press save. Does a little chime, and now it's saved to your desktop, and then you can use that picture and challenge other people. When you're ready to, if you want to do it again, just press R on the keyboard, and that's going to drop the photo. It's going to bring the camera down, and now you're going to start all over, and then you can keep trying and make adjustments or whatever it is. Okay, so let's quit out of this and go into our dashboard. So I'm going to close this out. And in our dashboard, you have two settings. The first one is going to be the name of your ministry. So mine, I just wrote the ministry I volunteer with. It's just Element Student Ministry. So you can see right here, there's the picture we took. It says Element Student Ministry at the top. And then you're going to set the sensitivity level. Now the sensitivity level is going to be between 0 and 100, but don't do 100. It's going to be impossible. The second you hit the button, it's going to flash. So I found that maybe like when it's like this situation, a well-lit room and someone's in front of the camera, maybe a couple people, 90% is very difficult. If you have a large room, you might want to set it lower, just because any slight difference in lighting, if like a shadow or something happens, it's going to detect that and it's going to set off the camera. So play around with it and tell your students you're going to do some test runs before you actually play the game, and then when you get to it, and you're actually ready to go, try to get the highest sensitivity level that you can, just because if you have something that's like sensitivity level is at 20% and you guys were able to stay still for 5 minutes, that's not impressive at all. Anyone can do that. But if it's at like 90% and everyone was able to stand still for 12 seconds, that's legitimate, because there's always going to be that kid that tries to wink at the camera or something like that. So make sure that you test it out with your students and see if that works. So that game is called Freeze Frame. It is a ton of fun. Check it out. Okay, I'm back here on camera. So check it out, download it, see if you guys like it. Check out all of our games at gamesforyouthministry.com, and we'll look forward to the next one. See ya.